And now, Rob on the Road, exploring Northern California.
Well, I am fascinated by the Rob on the Road that we have found for you today. An amazing artist, Danny Scheibel. Good to see you, Danny.
Good to see you, Rob.
And we are sitting in the middle of Tape City. This is one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you so much.
What is this?
What we're sitting in the middle of, it's a city that's been made out of masking tape, but really what it is it's a modular sculpture.
Okay.
And I refer to it as an interactive social sculpture.
Okay, what does that mean?
I make my art everywhere I go, and I make it so I can interact with people and show them that art is just the same as going to work. It's just the same as doing, like your chores. It's just the same as going out and getting a drink. It's a way in which you approach life. And I also encourage people to make it with me when I go out. Every year I try and expand into a new medium, and what that involves is creating like a simple process of working that involves very minimal tools. It can be made by hand and can be made everywhere, but it's also modular, and giving people the opportunity to actually become part of my art installation.
Well, literally, you and I are a part of it right now. That's why I wanted to do this interview down on the floor, so we could bring you right into Tape City. You said Tapeopolis? Sometimes
Tapeopolis. It has many names, depending on where it is. And I encourage people to actually name their favorite buildings. They're also modular, so say, if you were to want to change one of the buildings, if I wasn't happy with it, or if I wanted to make it new, say I had a new idea and I wanted to change the architecture, you can literally pick up any piece of the sculpture and just make it bigger. I've found that oftentimes people make assumptions about the way in which they're going to interact with the world. And I found art to be the best tool to use to get people out of that everyday assumption. Like they'll be going through their day and they'll just assume that it's going to go in a set pattern of like events that are going to happen. It's like it's Monday, I'm going to wake up, I'm going to go to work, I'm going to see these people. To give them something new, something that they can engage with and just take a break.
So how long have you been doing this, and can you even put a guess on how many creations you've made?
Oh, a guess on...
Well, there's thousands of them in here
I've been doing it for 7 years every day, and I would probably say that it's made out of 100,000 individual pieces.
Talk to me about the lamps.
I am constantly trying to expand and figure out new ways of not only displaying but working with the tape. And so applying light to a sculpture is something that you do as any artist has to pay attention to their light. If it's a painter, it's the quality of the light entering the paint and coming back out. A sculptor, it's how do you light your work. Well, just so happens that the tape, lighting it from behind, revealed an entire new quality.
And also we see models here wearing pieces that you've made for jewelry.
Yes. All my art's temporal. Mm-hmm. It's made so it's forced to be remade. My sculptures and my installations are like mandalas, and they're a way so I can reach a point of clarity in myself, but also so I can remake who I am. So it's made to come apart and to be remade, and it allows me to be free. Sometimes you get confined by your objects and the things that you own and the idea and more the concept of who you think you are. And so to be able to constantly rearrange who you are allows me to change my ideas very freely and openly and adapt to new situations and just become a person I want to be instead of the person I think I am.
What I just sit here listening to you, I'm just fascinated by you because not only do you have the work of an artist, but you've got the spirit and the soul of an artist.
Oh, thank you.
So if you could say something for the art, if you could say something for these thousands of creations, what would you say for them?
I would say that the fallacy of normality creates the banality of our reality.
Very well said.
I think that people are the most interesting, unique, creative, spontaneous, wondrous sources of not only inspiration, but also of meaning and connectedness that you can achieve in the world.
Well, I think that is an excellent way to end the interview. Danny, good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us here in the middle of this awesome creation, Tape City.
And we'll give you one for the road.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
This Rob on the Road is sponsored by the Sacramento Metropolitan Arts Commission.